Today on Nest News, we'll talk about what's going on with the coronavirus and how to prevent the spread of the disease.
Also, we'll take a look at what's happening with the student government with our new SG in 30 segment.
Keep watching because Nest News starts right now.
Morning, Ospreys, and thank you for joining us today. I'm Shafalika Bhatnagar.
And I'm Alex Rodriguez.
We're kicking off this week's show with an update about the coronavirus and how you can prevent the spread of the virus. The U.S. government is taking financial action to help combat the spread of the coronavirus. President Donald Trump is expected to sign a $8.3 billion measure on Friday to help tackle the coronavirus outbreak. The legislation would provide federal public health agencies money for vaccines, tests, and potential threats, and help state and local governments prepare for and respond to the threat.
Now, while the government is spending billions of dollars, there are simple ways to stop and slow the spread of the virus.
That's right. While the virus isn't here yet, we should take precautions, like our editor-in-chief, Liana. Earlier, she was actually Lysoling all of the door handles in the office when we walked in today.
And while she's taking initiative, Spinnaker's own Brett Nuia and Aisling Glocke have a simple way to prevent the spread of the virus and also keep you healthy.
With the coronavirus making its way to Jacksonville, there's no better time to be up to date with hand washing than now. According to the Centers for Disease and Control and Prevention, here's a step-by-step tutorial to wash your hands. Step 1. Wet your hands with clean running water, warm or cold, and then turn off the tap. After that, you want to apply some soap. Step 2. Lather your hands by rubbing them together with soap. You're going to want to focus on the back of your hands, in between your fingers, and under your nails. Step 3. Scrub your hands for at least 20 seconds. You need a timer? Hum the happy birthday song from beginning to end twice. Step 4. Rinse your hands well under clean running water. And finally, for step 5, dry your hands using a clean towel or you can air dry them. Washing your hands is one of the most effective ways to help prevent the spread of germs that can decrease the spread of viruses like the coronavirus. This is Aisling Glocke reporting for Spinnaker News.
Now for some more local government coverage. Let's chat about our own UNF student government. Who better to talk about student government than our very own student government reporter, Emily Echeverria. Here's a brand new segment, SG in 30.
Hey Ospreys, I'm Emily Echeverria, the student government reporter, and here's what you missed in SG this week. And if you missed it, you missed a lot. This is SG in 30. The recent election cycle was uncontested, so everyone that ran automatically got a spot in office, including the new president and vice president. This was a big deal, so big that SG asked for the resignation of the elections leadership team, which was received. SG also proposed some changes to how students can become a senator. If you want to learn more, check out my story on unfspinnaker.com. That's all I have for today. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Emily. It truly is amazing what student government does for the Osprey community.
Coming up after the break, what's new over at Spinnaker Radio on channel 95.5? Emma and Noah will give you the inside scoop on what's going on.
Also, a fantastic Pixar movie came out today, and it looks like the reviews are pretty interesting. We'll talk about that and more when we come back.
You are watching Nest News on Spinnaker TV.
Million
From the company that quite literally took you into the minds of talking cars comes another intriguing film.
That's right. Pixar released the movie Onward today. And in this magical movie, the two main characters embark on an extraordinary quest through a mystical realm.
The film has the voices of stars like Tom Holland, Chris Pratt, and even Octavia Spencer.
The film is directed by Dan Scalon and has received an 87% rating on Rotten Tomatoes and a 7.4 out of 10 rating on IMDb.
The film is in theaters now, and it will be interesting to see what ideas Pixar comes up with next.
Over in the Communication Building, the Multimedia Club has been hard at work doing great things and winning big awards. One of these awards earned them a trip to Las Vegas, Nevada, and they're doing their best to secure the necessary funding for their trip. Here is Spinnaker's own Caitlin Bowers with what they're doing over in Building 14.
Members of the Multimedia Club have gotten the chance to travel across the country by winning first place in a film festival. Blood Money was the 4.5-minute action thriller that the team finished in just 48 hours, per the rules.
All right, so can you tell me about your movie?
Our movie was called Blood Money, and it was part of the 48-hour film fest. So basically, we only had 48 hours to make a whole film, and it's about these two roommates who find out that there's an app that you can win money through, but it turns dark.
After snagging that first place spot, 3 members of the team were invited to attend a conference in Las Vegas where they will be able to talk about their film.
I'm very excited to be going to Vegas because it's cool to be recognized for your work, and that, you know, you're going to be networking with people who you wouldn't normally get the chance to meet over the fact that you all just love film.
It's an amazing experience. I never expected to come into college and immediately be met with such an opportunity. So being able to be a part of something much bigger and actually be recognized for it, it's a great experience.
The trip to Vegas will be in April. This is Caitlin Bowers with Spinnaker News.
Well, our beloved Curiosity rover that launched way back in 2012 may soon have a sibling. NASA's most recent rover is called Perseverance and was named after Alex Mather, a 7th grader in Burke, Virginia. Mather was picked out of 28,000 candidates and got to read his award-winning essay live on NASA TV. The rover is currently undergoing final preparations at NASA's Kennedy Space Center right here in Florida.
Jamming to some cool, fresh tunes is what I love to do on a Friday evening. When I'm not listening to Grimes on Spotify, I love tuning in to Spinnaker's own radio channel, 95.5. While I'd love to tell you all what's going on over there and what they're playing, I'd rather toss it over to them to tell you what's going on. Yet another new segment, here's What's in the Mail with some of our behind-the-scenes radio crew.
Hey Royals, this week we got a punk record by Port Juvie. It sounds a bit like Car Seat Headrest and Twin Peaks.
And we also have Summer Mommy's newest album. It's really awesome if you like Clara or anything really chill. And
we also filmed some On the Couches in the last week with The Forum and Flip Turn, so keep an ear out for those.
And I'm Emma Finnegan.
I'm Noah Cagle.
And that's what's in the mail.
Thanks, guys. Glad we're finally having some cool new segments in this show this awesome Friday.
Right? You know, I was in the student union the other day, and I heard one of my favorite artists, Tame Impala, over the Spinnaker radio, and I was quite surprised.
I love them too. Well, we're not done with cool segments just yet, as we head over to Zach Yearwood with some great sports updates. What's the latest, Zach?
Thanks, guys. It was true heartbreak for the men's basketball team last night in the A-Sun semifinal against Lipscomb. Here's Spinnaker's Drew McDonald to catch you up on what went down in UNF Arena last night.
Last-second shot from Andrew Fleming of the Lipscomb Bison cemented a 73-71 win over the UNF Ospreys. Lipscomb didn't have much trouble sinking their shots, making 54% from the field throughout the first half. The inside game was Lipscomb's bread and butter, with Asajala scoring 20 points from the block, which led to a 42-33 Bison's lead at the half. Both teams were scoring in bunches in the first 7 minutes of the second half, with the Ospreys leading 61-60. With 4 seconds left, Asajala fed an open Andrew Fleming for a floater to go in for a 73-71 lead. No timeout from UNF was called, and Ivan Gandhiarosa raced with the ball to the other side of the court, but couldn't hit a shot for the loss.
All we did was, in the second half, is we played the way we normally play. And in the first half, we didn't. And we were grateful that the lead wasn't larger. Got to 10 in the second half.
Those are the type of moments you need to play for. You know, every possession counts. You know, the crowd is into it. You know, it's an amazing environment. It's one of the amazing things about college basketball. It's why we love basketball. You know, moments like those. You know, unfortunately, you know, we didn't come out with the win, but you know, I think we took the opportunity and, you know, we did as best as we could, you know, unfortunately.
Despite the loss, the Ospreys have one of the best seasons in the past 5 years. It's still uncertain if they'll play a tournament game later on, but I'm Trent Donald, Spinnaker News.
The Birds of Trey's Carter Hendrickson had a pretty big night with 19 points. Ryan Burkhart also made a big contribution coming off the bench, scoring 9 points on 3 for 3 shooting from deep. Although the Ospreys senior-laden team is out of the ASUN Championship, UNF basketball may not be over this year. We'll have to wait and see if the Ospreys elect to go to the NIT tournament later in the month. The women's basketball team will begin their tournament at JU Saturday at 1 p.m. For all your sports news and more, check out unfspinnaker.com. I'm Zach Yearwood, and this has been your Spinnaker Sports Report.
Thanks, Zach. Well, that's all we have for you today.
Thanks for joining us this week, and make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter, both at UNF Spinnaker.
And while you're at it, subscribe to our YouTube channel and newsletter at unfspinnaker.com.
Our next show will be next Friday, the 13th.
Ooh, that's pretty spooky.
I know.
For Nest News, I'm Shafali Kabatnagar.
And I'm Alex Rodriguez.
See you next time, Ospreys.